I still need your attention, so I should not hear any talking right now. Okay, you can go. Okay. Number 1, preheat oven to 450. We've already done that. It's in kitchen 5. Number 2, place butter into the glass pie pan using pot holders. Place pan into the oven carefully and watch the butter melt almost all the way. Take out pan and set on top of stove top. So I'm going to be doing that right now in kitchen 5. You notice how the butter is in the glass pie pan, and I'm going to be placing it in the oven. Now I'm going to have Lindsay tell me when that is melted. So this means it's not sizzling or burning, it's melted almost all the way. This is very important for you to pay attention to, because if you don't, your butter is going to burn. Okay? Number 3, combine eggs, milk, and flour in a medium-sized mixing bowl. Beat with mixing tool until lots of small bubbles form. So I have my medium mixing bowl. Okay? I have the milk already measured out for me. I need the 2 eggs. So I'm going to be cracking them onto the with the counter. And what did I forget to do? What did I forget to do? Ashley.
Crack it into the custard
Yeah,
cup.
crack it in the custard cup. Luckily, I'm very careful. But for you, you want to make sure you crack it in the custard cup, then put it in there. Then I'm going to take these eggshells, throw them out. This goes into the sink. And then I'm going to be washing my hands in kitchen 6. Okay? Now, what else do I need in that mixture? What else do I need? Myron. Flour. How much flour? How much flour? Half a cup, okay? So again, I'm spooning the flour in just like I did for my oatmeal cookies. Okay. And I'm going to be leveling this off with the flat edge spatula. Lindsay, how's that butter?
It's halfway melted.
Halfway, okay. That goes into the mixture. So it says, beat with a mixing tool. I'm going to be using a wire whisk, so I want you to circle that. You're not going to be using an electric beater, because that takes too long. Okay. And with a whisk, or if I don't have a whisk at home, I can use a fork. Now this is very important. You want to make sure when you mix this, you incorporate a lot of small bubbles in here. Okay? If you don't incorporate a lot of small bubbles, then this is not going to rise in the oven. So you notice how I'm tilting this slightly to the right, so I'm able to kind of really whisk that. So again, if I incorporate enough air into this, eggs can be used as leavening agents, or it can help something to rise. So this is really going to puff up in the oven, hence the name puffed apple pancake. These are different than the pancakes you make on the griddle, okay, because these are the ones you're doing in the oven. Okay, so let's see. Lindsay said the butter's almost done, so I'm going to check it.
A little bit left.
A little bit.
There's like the content.
That's good. So it says it's melted almost all the way. Let me just show you what that looks like. Okay, that's almost all the way. So now I'm going to be putting this on my stove top. And again, I'm going to continue to whisk this. So do you notice a lot of those bubbles in there? Okay, good. Number 4, pour mixture directly in a glass pie pan with melted butter. Do not mix. So I'm just going to pour this directly in here, and I'm not going to mix. Okay? Now, the next step. Number 5, in a small bowl, combine sugar, cinnamon, and apple slices and mix together. So I'm only giving you a half an apple tomorrow, because if you use too much of the apple, then a lot of that juice is going to make your puffed apple pancake kind of soggy. So I only give you a half. and I'm gonna be giving you the knives tomorrow too. So when you get it, you're gonna get a half of an apple like this, okay? If you want, you can peel it, you don't have to, okay, it's up to you. So since this core is in the middle, I'm just gonna carefully, like I had that pear, go around and cut out that core. So you notice I'm kind of standing up and I'm just cutting out the core, like that. Now, you can either, I'm giving you an option, you can either make slices like this, or we can make it so that it's a little smaller. So into dices, so I can chop it up kind of small. You notice how I'm rocking the knife back and forth. See how tiny those are? Okay. So again, I make slices like this, I turn it, and then I kind of make small dices like this, okay? And then again, so if you want to peel this, you can, it's up to you, but, you know, it's completely up to you guys. If you want to peel it because you don't like that skin, then you can do that. Okay, so these are very small and they're ready to go in there, okay? Now, add cinnamon, sugar, apples to the pie pan. So I still need to combine this. So I'm going to take my apple slices, put them in the small bowl. What else do I need in here? What else do I need? Sean.
Cinnamon.
Okay, cinnamon. How much cinnamon do I need?
1/4 of a teaspoon.
Okay, 1/4 of a teaspoon. How much sugar?
1 tablespoon.
Okay, so a tablespoon of sugar and 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. So this kind of just adds a little bit more flavor, and then you get that sweetness from the actual sugar. Okay, and this is a perfect one since fall is here, right? We have a lot of the apples, and we know that they're in season. So I'm just going to kind of mix this so that until it's combined. Okay, and let's put this so you can see. Okay. Then I'm going to carefully just kind of put those around so that each person gets their own little slice with apples on it. Okay. Then this is going to rise and puff up in the oven. So when you guys are cleaning today, at the end of the period, I'm going to show you it rising in the oven. Now, it says place into the oven and bake for 13 to 16 minutes. Do I set the timer with 13 minutes or 16 or 14? What do I set it with? Mitchell. Abigail.
Probably 14, 15.
I set it with 13 because you want to make sure, in case that it burns, you can't take away time. You can always add time. So then I put this into the oven, and then I'm going to set my timer. Okay? So I'm going to set it on the microwave like I always tell you. Okay? What I want you to do now, you have 10 minutes. Khalid, you can stop it. 10 minutes.